My name is Jeffrey Platt. I've been coming to the Illinois Eye Institute since 2021. I was doing my job. I work in a warehouse. I was putting a skid away in its location. There were debris and garbage and plastic and pieces of cardboard that were stuck to the fork of the truck. And as I pulled away from that area, a lot of debris fell. Some of the debris hit the fork truck and it bounced up and it hit my eye. I've had 4 major surgeries to my eye. Every place I've been at, they were good, but they were part of the process. That process was finding closure. None of those places were the end of that journey. They were just a small part of it. So I had to accept that it might not ever get better. With art, I thought I would express the feelings that I was dealing with at the time with my eye injury. I was mad, I was frustrated, it changed who I was. So I decided to take myself and then change it to how I felt. And part of my injury was the fact that I saw bubbles and I saw floating globes in my eye. And when I'd look at people, I would see that. I needed to visualize to see what I was going through.
When I looked at Mr. Platt and just saw the depth of the inability of using both eyes together, my first thought was, how can I get him to use one eye at a time? I absolutely never considered the idea of just wearing a patch and walking around and now you have one eye. I wanted it to be cosmetically appealing. I wanted it to be highly functional, and I realized that I needed to block out an image. So I immediately just thought of the idea of a contact lens.
The first lens came in and it was a little brighter than my regular eye color, but I didn't mind that because when they put it in, my sight was remarkably different. It was very emotional. I could see clearly through my left eye at that time. I didn't have any of the tiltedness or the double vision. I wasn't uncomfortable. I could see things and look, and they were how they're supposed to be. With the contact lens in, my appearance, on the street, you fit in. I don't have like this patch. That's what I wore when I first started my eye journey after the injury because it shut down the vision, and that's fine. But people notice and people stare and people wonder, and I saw all that. But with the contact lens in, no one knows. Yeah, it's true, I am blind in my right eye while wearing this, but it's the best vision that I've had in the last 2 years. This is doable. This is livable to the point where I can see things more normal. People are standing up, they're not leaning at a tilted angle. I don't see double of everything.
To fit a cosmetic, opaque contact lens like that, in the trial process, Caitlin, our student, would just layer lenses. So you would put on the lens that blocked the pupil, and then you'd put on the lens that blocked the iris. And by layering those lenses, by no means is the final product layered lenses, but it allowed us to know, do we need a black pupil? Is that enough? Do we need a complete opaque backing on a lens? How is that? What happens when we have the color of the iris in there? So by layering lenses, it allowed us to come to our final product. This case took a lot of time. It took a lot of thinking outside of the box. And Caitlin did that right beside me. We worked right next to each other. It wasn't just me supervising her. She took the reins of learning how we would fit these contact lenses. What tools did we need? Going across the hall and asking some questions. So I think just that interaction between the faculty and the student, and the faculty learning from the student just as the student is learning from the faculty, and then Mr. Platt feeding off of the energy of both of us in knowing that we were going to do something positive for him really reflects everything that ICO is about.
To the students here at the Illinois Eye Institute, in the past sometimes I've felt that I was just either a case or a number. And I didn't feel that here. There's a family feeling here, and that was very refreshing. But just know that there's people behind the issues that they come in here for, and they're struggling. I struggled, and people here helped me to overcome that. So they're just as important in the treatment as any doctor here. Every single person here is part of everything that goes on here, so I thank them all.